Good morning. Please be good for the sub today. They will be taking some notes on you guys, so don't think you're pulling anything crazy. I'm going to show you guys how to do the first 4 problems on the front of the worksheet, and then you guys are going to work by yourselves or with the partner to finish up the back. And then you'll turn that in for a grade, and then I'll take them up tomorrow. All right, so for number 1, it wants us to find the area and the perimeter of the rectangle. Remember, area means I'm going to multiply my length times width. And then my perimeter is going to do all my sides added up. So side plus side plus side plus side. So remember that all I have to do is transfer these dimensions. So 6x squared y. And then that 4x can go up top. All right, so to find the perimeter, I'm just going to add everything up. So notice that for this term over here, its base is x squared y. The only other side with that same base is this other x squared y. So when I add the 2 for the perimeter, 6 of these over here plus 6 of these over here is going to be 12 of those things all together. Now up top I have 4 x's, and down at the bottom I also have 4 x's. So then that means altogether I have 8 x's. Since this term has a base like this, and this term has a base like this, which is not the same, this is going to be my final answer. The area to find, or how to find the area for this one, we know that we're doing length times width. So if I look up here, it doesn't matter which one I use for length and which one's width. So I'm just going to go ahead and start it out. It's that side times the top. Now the way this one works for area, I want to multiply those coefficients together. So 6 times 4, pardon my ugly calculator, 6 times 4 is going to be 24. X squared times another x is going to be 3 of them. So then now I have an x cubed. And then that's the only y I have. So then I have a y down here. Notice that there were no plus signs for how to find the area. So there should be no plus signs down here. It's the product 24 x cubed y. Multiply coefficients, figure out how many of the same letter you have, and then drop anything else down. For number 2, it wants us to find the area and perimeter of a square this time, and it gives us these side lengths. So the first thing is, let's draw a picture. So I know it's supposed to be a square, so I'll try to make it look as squarey as possible. And squares we know have all same sides. So I know that all of these sides over here are going to be exactly the same. Since the base for all of my sides are xy, all of my sides have the same letter to the same power. To find that perimeter, I'm just going to add them all up. So here's 4 of them, plus 4 more of them, plus 4 more of them, plus 4 more of them, is going to be 16 of that base xy. Area, I still want to do that side times side. So I got that 4xy times 4xy. Now to multiply, still the same thing. I'm going to multiply the 4 and the 4. That's going to simplify to be a 16. I get an x times an x. So we know that's going to be an x squared. And then I also have a y times a y is going to be a y squared. Since there's no plus signs anywhere for my area, there should be no plus signs anywhere for my final product. So that area is just 16x squared y squared. For an equilateral triangle, this will always be the case for any triangle, is 1/2 times the base times the height. No plus signs, no adding, everything's multiplying. So First of all, equilateral triangle means that all three sides are going to be the same length. So we can see down at the bottom, it tells me that whole side length is 24, which means that this whole side length over here has to be 24, and also this whole side length over here has to be 24 as well. So this should be an easy perimeter. I only have three sides and all three of them are 24. So 24 plus 24 plus 24 is going to be 72. Should be easy enough. Now for my area, I'm just going to use that formula from up top. The area is going to be 1/2 times my base times my height. Well, the base for this one, that bottom part, is 24. And the height is going to be that m minus 8. So the way this one works is these two numbers that don't have a letter at all, like this one, this whole factor has a letter m inside of it, but neither of these do. I'm going to simplify those first. I want to see what's a 1/2 times a 24. If I just multiplied those two numbers, what would that be? A 12. So I know that my next step to simplify this, these two numbers simplified would be 12 times that m minus 8. And from there, this looks like everything we've already done before. All I have to do is distribute this 12 inside of my parentheses. So 12 times m is going to be 12m. And then 12 times 8 is going to be 96. Oh, 12 times negative 8. Negative, so minus 96. 12, this term has a base of m. This term has no letter base. So I cannot combine the two. That would be my final answer. Over here, looking at this one, it's kind of like a sideways rectangle, kind of tilted a little bit. The area for this one is just going to be base times height. So I'll give you that formula. Perimeter, just like the other one, should be easy. I'm just adding everything up. This is telling me that this whole side down here, that whole thing, has a measurement of r minus 3, which means that the other side straight up top is also going to be an r minus 3. And if this slanted side is a 6, this other slanted side is a 6 as well. So for perimeter, I know I'm going to be adding everything up. I'm just going to kind of write it out. So the perimeter for this one's taking that r minus 3 side, adding it to the 6 side, adding it to the other r minus 3 side, and then adding it to the 6 side. So once I have everything written out as my side plus side plus side plus side, I can start combining my like terms. Here is an r. Well, actually, let's go back to our shapes. So I can put a box around r and a box around this other r. There's no r squared. I can put a circle and a circle and a circle and a circle because none of those numbers had an r with it. So altogether, there's 2 of the r's. So 2 r's. And then let's see what negative 3 plus 6 plus a negative 3 plus a 6 is going to be a positive 6. So plus 6. And that's it for that one. R's and no R's. All right, area, like I said, is just going to be base times height. So again, the base was given to us at the bottom, r minus 3. So I'm going to put those in parentheses to keep them together for the base. And the height is actually not going to be the slanted 6. It wants the straight up and down height, which it tells us is 4. So that's the height that we're going to have to use. So for this one, this looks like the worksheet from Tuesday. All it is that that number in the back is going to have to distribute the other way. Normally the number in front is what we distribute in. This number is just at the end and we'll do it backwards. So this 4 is still going to come back here and that 3 is still going to come back here. So 4 times r is just going to be 4 r's. And then 4 times negative 3 is a negative 12, so minus 12. Notice one term has an r, the other term does not. So I cannot simplify this anymore. And this would be my final answer. The back should be pretty easy. Notice that we've already done one like this. This one, we've already done one like this. We've done one like this. This one you guys should be able to figure out. Shouldn't be too hard at all. This one should be super easy. You're just finding perimeter. This one should be super easy. You're just finding perimeter. This one, try your best on. Maybe we'll see if somebody can get the right answer. Maybe we can get a prize or something. Who knows? Keep it to yourself. And then this one is similar to number 8. Do your best on this one, and we can definitely go over if we need it. Please make sure you're reading whether it wants you to find what it's asking you for, area, perimeter. Don't waste your time finding something that it does not want you to. Other than that, you guys should be great. I will see you on Friday. Please be good.